All right, Svema, we are going to update you about my health condition that we had going on. Here's all of our paperwork. I'm going to go through it. Kaylin is working on computer stuff, and she's just here. So if I say something that is inconsistent or not true, then she has permission to correct me. And I've asked her to correct me if I'm wrong. All you gotta do is just use this thing and tell me what I'm doing wrong. To start with, I have my coffee. We're waiting on our breakfast here, and we're doing paperwork she's doing paperwork for the missions. So every month we have to keep track of our receipts, our things that we pay for, all this stuff, and All Points, our group that helps us, they give us this nice little document that fills out that helps us in tax season. So she's working on that right now. And I am working on drinking this glass of water right here, right? Anyways, all right. So to update you what happened here a few weeks ago, so I was sick, potentially with the virus. We don't know if it was food poisoning. We don't know if it was a stomach virus, if it was flu, or whatever it was. It could have been someone didn't like me and poisoned me intentionally. She doesn't think so. I don't think so either. But we don't know. That even the doctors, all the paperwork that we have here, they say we don't know what caused it. But it had some kind of stomach virus. Well, with the stress of missions work, the stress of all this stuff that's happening right now, with the changing of church location, with the changing of house location, with dealing with emails and different things that we have to do. It was just enough to where my body was fighting, supposedly, this virus in my stomach, but it seemed that there was something wrong with my heart, which it was probably just stress. So it interpreted that say, hey, we got to go get this too. So it attacked my heart, potentially, which caused my heart to be inflamed a little bit because of the attack. And what they call that inflammation is they call it myocarditis. Okay. And I have the lovely little version of it, like my Amelia. She is a cute little girl, right? So I have what they would call acute myocarditis. That's the...
Which just means sudden onset.
Okay.
Sudden and rapid onset.
Not the same word. Okay, but so I have acute. I like to think of it as a nice little myocarditis, pretty version of it. So that being said, we had different tests done on me, and I want to give you some positive thoughts. The tests came back that I don't have worms. I don't have, what else do I have? I don't have any the tests come back as I didn't have all that stuff in me. Worms, I don't have worms, I don't have...
Well, the labs, as far as what was going on with your stomach, all came back negative. Yeah. Every virus, every bacteria, parasites, yes.
I don't have parasites, I don't have worms.
Salmonella, all those things.
That's really a benefit and a blessing, But other than that, when I went to the hospital, they said, hey, something's kind of going funky. We want you to come back later, because I went to the ER, and this is a short story, but there's many different hospitals, and I was kind of hopping from one hospital to the next within Novi Sad. And so they finally went to the main hospital here, and they took a bunch of tests, and they said, let's get you in an ambulance and let's send you to the heart hospital, which is across the river. So they did that. So we went across the river in the ambulance, went to the emergency room. They did all the scans and tests and stuff. I said, listen, you do have something, but our main doctor isn't here right now, so why don't you go home and then come back to the emergency room at 9 o'clock tonight, and then we'll admit you into the hospital. So I did that, and that's where I was for 7 days. And I was in a room with like 6 other dudes in a comfy little small space, and that was interesting experience for sure. So they did EKGs. What's the gooey gel thingy?
Ultrasounds.
They did several ultrasounds, and they couldn't find really anything. So the last thing the doctor said is, he said, we're going to do the most specific, most intense one that we have, and that's the MRI. They have this Simon's big machine. New. I mean, it's a new machine. It's an American looking thing. Probably made from Germany. I don't know where the company is from. But anyways, so they took me in that, and that was like 40 minutes of laying there in this machine as it goes thump, 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 thump. And they're telling me to breathe and not to breathe in Serbian language that I don't know these technical words. I know breathe is not a technical word, but it is for me when, you don't know what's going on. So that come back, and that's the machine that, because it's so specific, they were to pick up small amounts of inflammation in my heart.
Unknown amounts.
Huh?
Unknown amounts.
Small amounts. Right?
There was no indication of how much or how little.
So they don't really communicate with you that well. They do these tests and they give you the results, and so we have stacks of paperwork here. And we don't know necessarily because there's not really, so we probably need to find like a family doctor here in town where I can go to where they can say, hey, let's keep up to date on this. But right now we don't have all that. To make it short, because we're running out of battery on our phone here, I stayed there for 7 days. The last time they dismissed me, I came back on a Saturday to do the MRI, and that's when they found out what they had. The doctor said, just take it easy. Don't do any stressful thing for the next 6 weeks.
4 to 6 months.
Basically 6 weeks. And so take it easy, rest, chill out.
Physically and mentally.
Let your heart recover so you don't get scar tissue. You get scar tissue, you can have electrical signal problems in your heart. So just take it easy. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I've been chilling. I haven't had, this is one of my first cups of coffee in a while. So I've cut down on coffee. She's been taking care of all the stressful things and stressful people. So she's been a blessing on that. Are you stressed?
Yes.
So she has taken my burden of stress, which is great. So stay tuned because next episode may be her in the heart hospital.
We'll hope not.
And so actually her mom and my sister are here right now watching the kids. So that's a blessing. So we can come do things like this and get some of this crazy stuff done and out of the way. So that's super helpful. But everything should be fine. Once I heal from this, they said I'll more than likely never have this again. It was just a fluke thing. That the stomach virus caused my body to go into question marks and then caused this to have this. And really only extreme athletes, people in the military, in dire situations ever have this type of condition. So I kind of take that as a compliment. Like being a missionary on the field is like being an extreme sport athlete and really in the dark trenches of the military. That's really what I'm going through, So I take that as a compliment, But, so everything should be fine. Should never go through anything like this again. It's just sickness on the top of stress. So just, I don't know. Pray, and God's good. Everything will be fine. And anything else you'd like to add? Did I do everything right? Everything's accurate? No embellishments?
Well, we told a lot of friends and family who are probably going to watch us that everything was good to go when they released you from the hospital, and that's because at that time they were not finding anything with the scans they were using.
Yeah, because they were using
we thought you were in the clear. So we canceled all backup help coming, and we told everybody that you were good to go. And
but this last MRI,
the final MRI,
specific one,
is what
that's what they found, is that you do have
your heart's still inflamed.
Have a big heart. That's really what that means. Or swelled heart. Okay. That's about it. So, thank you guys for praying for us. Thank you for
keep praying, please.
Messages. Keep praying, and pray as I try to chill. Right. No more. Less coffee. Less issues. And on top of that, Sunday we had 60 people at church.
Yeah, between 50 and 60.
So that's a little stressful when you have so many people coming.
It's a wonderful blessing.
So yeah, we have this new place. A couple churches donated 50 chairs to us, and then the Lord just provides all these people that came, and so it's been pretty crazy. So God is good, and we're thankful for His providence, care, and for the hospital care. The staff was very nice, very good. I have no complaints. Even some more stories about hospital stay I'll probably tell you at some point about me escaping in the middle of the day and going to a nearby restaurant. But I'll tell you that story at some point, and other fun stories. Anyways, God bless you guys. Thank you for praying, for watching, for your care, and we'll see you next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.